What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. I hope you're all well. Today we'll be looking at this new channel that I've found on Bitcoin that it's actually been following since October last year, and it's been respecting this channel exactly for very long, for a long time. And yeah, it's not this head and shoulders. We'll get into the head and shoulders first because I actually want to show you on the weekly time frame. I think we've actually met the technical target, so that would be your target, not down to here, because on the weekly it's different to the daily. On the weekly, that's your low, so with the body, so this would actually be your weekly neckline, something like that, okay? And it wouldn't be this on the daily, it's that, but on the weekly it's this. So once we break below that neckline, you can see you've actually met your head and shoulders target right there at 32.9k, whatever it was. So that's actually played out. Now we have that rising wedge, which we called exactly from the top. And yeah, today I wanted to show you that channel. So let me just get it back for you. Sorry, I just have to do this. There we go. So it's this channel. I drew this on last night, basically. You can see we had a fake out here, respecting its resistance and support. You broke out, back tested it, continued before breaking back under and respecting its resistance, falling to the support, back to the resistance, breaking down out of it, very bearish. You want to stay above it if you want to be bullish. So you go under it, now it's resistance, no longer support. Now it's resistance, and you see we got this rejection there, dumped, sorry. We came, pumped back into it, same level, did not make a higher high, just a double top. Got rejected by the midpoint of the channel. Continue down as we're under it because we're in this downtrend. And then we continue down. We had this crazy pump, which I said, which I called the dump for, and we traded that downwards in the chat. And yeah, rejecting the outside, the resistance of this downtrending channel twice, double top at it, dumped, came into it again too fast, dumped, came into it again, dumped. So this is actually super accurate, guys. This is the channel we are respecting for since October. So like 6 months plus, guys, 6 months plus of respecting this channel. This is the channel everyone should keep their eyes on. Look, when we pumped up here outside, this is where I was expecting a rejection. I put a sell order here, not a sell order, I was in a buy order from the break. So when we broke into this channel, I didn't have the channel back then, but when we broke this neckline, that's when I entered a long until there, the top of this channel, because I saw that this was the resistance for the year, so I was expecting a dump from here. And if we got this dump back down to this double bottom, I really doubt that we would have got this afterwards. I think if we fell back and confirmed the EMAs as support, then we would have broken out as we did, but actually on that time held this as support to go higher. But because we never back tested this as support down here, we just came back through it, and we need to go to a location where in the past it has been back tested, which was this 39k wick that we're really struggling with. This is the first time this year that is actually respecting it exactly as support. We ran into this blue area. You might notice that the chart's colors are a bit different. The blue areas are the most important areas. So that's the 1.272, 32k down here. The support of the 1.5 year range. The resistance of the 1.5 year range, the 1618 at 61k. We've also got the midpoint, the 1414 at 42k. So I know that if we're getting rejections from here, if we're confirming this as support just like there, we're going to fly. And if we're rejecting it like we just did over there after forming this bearish cross, it's a very negative sign, guys. So we don't want to see it. The last time we saw a shooting star, this red one over here at resistance on this blue line, you can see it happen over here. And that's when we dumped down all the way to 32.9k, where we had that shooting star, the blue box. So we have to say the same thing is going to happen, where we thought this was going to be a double bottom here, one bottom neckline, second bottom, and we started pumping, and that candle became the shooting star and actually flipped this into bearish. So we had a double bottom here, we pumped up into the neckline, and yeah, flipped bearish, actually became a double top with this being a neckline, us breaking down below it, and now trying to pump into it. So that's actually interesting, because I remember telling you guys yesterday that even though we dumped and this should go down, and I told my people in the chat the day before yesterday, the night before yesterday, that I think that this is market manipulation, is actually going to pump the next day. So this was meant to pump, so yeah, we were expected to go up, and then it didn't. So this is a bearish engulfing. This means that we should continue dumping. But because we realized this channel that is over here you actually should go up, and this is why we called it yesterday on YouTube, but the day before in the chat. And so the last 2 days, sorry, yesterday and today included, we are pumping up, but all we're doing is pumping into previous support now as resistance. You need to reclaim this support, confirm it as support, hold it, and then yeah, it would become a floor. But at the moment, we need to say all we're doing is coming back into it as resistance. We would expect a rejection, but yeah, and this looks more like a bear flag now, doesn't it? So if I would draw a channel over here, so you've come down, you've exhausted before continuation, okay? So it looks like you're just coming to back test that. It's the same with what's happened over here, and we said this looking similar. So here, look, yeah, this, you come down impulsively, exhausting before continuation. On this continuation, you had that wick back into it, so that's what could be happening right now. So yeah, if you're enjoying the video so far, smash the like button. We try to get every video to 50 likes. What I would say though, that because we're following this channel and we're actually within the inside of it, holding the inside, it's now trying to act as support. So of course we're trapped within it, but you're holding the inside bottom of it, where previously when you fell out it became resistant. So now that we pumped out above it and we're coming back to retest it, and we've held it once, twice, 3 times now as support, then yeah, we're not looking to break down and go low. Of course that can happen, it can still happen, but for the moment what we can go off is that we're still inside of this and it's acting as support. So we should get this bounce. That's why we're getting this bounce from here these last 2 days. It's just, is this bounce going to break us out? Because if it does, guys, you can see this would be a nice double bottom forming, double bottom with a lower low. And if I were to actually go to the what's it called, the RSI, the RSI, we actually have higher lows on the RSI on the daily time frame. So one low, higher low, we've got a low and a lower low. So we've got some bullish divergence here. This does not mean this is going to pump today, tomorrow, you know what I mean? It just means eventually we got some bullish divergence. We need to get a pump. We need to get this relief sort of rally that we're starting to get now. Let's see if this can continue. It's so important to get above this blue box. Once we're above this blue box, this is when I can say, yes, we're going to the top of this range again. We're going to try and not just come back up to the 44.4k high, but actually try and break the high that we set last month in March, the end of March, which was 48k. So that's what, in my opinion, we're going to try and do if we can break above this blue box. Obviously, back inside the ascending support. That's the first step. We're still outside, so still resistance. Need to get outside of this channel that we've worked out, that we've been following for over 6 months. Back test this blue line, which is the midpoint of this 1.5 year range, and once that's done, then we're going to try and take out this high and head to 52k. This is honestly, guys, and please listen carefully, this is honestly where I think that we'd get another rejection. So we could be pumping and we get another rejection, a very harsh rejection. So I'm thinking that we actually go up before we go down, because obviously this has to be a max pain scenario. When I mean before we go down, I mean that we could still be going down to these low targets. Even let's say we pump up to here now, we could still be coming much lower eventually, and back to these lows eventually. So that would make sense, because yeah, that's like the max pain scenario, like make everyone excited again. Now pump to 50k and whatever, 52k, and then actually be like, no, we're going back down to 30k. So because we need this capitulation, guys, we need this final capitulation, whether that happens now or we start pumping and then capitulate. You can see, even if it did pump into 52k and it drops all the way down to 31k, which is roughly our target, you can see it's still above this channel. So technically, as long as you're above this channel, this support, you should eventually go up from it. This we're holding it as support now. Yes, we're under some key resistances, but this is why we're getting this short-term bounce, because you hit the low of this channel, basically this descending channel. And so we should get this pump. We are getting this pump. Is this pump going to break us out of the channel? Because if it is, and we're getting above this blue box again, then that's when we're going to get this pump back into this resistance, trying to break it, maybe even reaching this 52k target. After then, I would anticipate a harsh rejection, guys, because this is like a dead cat bounce scenario location. You've come down impulsively, you're just correcting up. Look how, so obviously this is correctively coming up, because it's taking its time. It's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Corrective. This impulsive so fast. Corrective before impulsive again. So push, exhaustion, continuation. This is how the fib should be used. That's what a dead cat bounce is. Oh, sorry guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, try and get this video to 50 likes. We've got one space on the mentorship left. So if you're interested, get in the mentorship as soon as possible. Prices will be going up. Well, I believe that the price that I'm charging is so undervalued, guys. I'm giving up a lot of my time that I don't need to be in the first place to teach you guys. So, and I won't be teaching forever. So if you want to do this before I stop teaching, and of course increase the prices, then message me ASAP on my Twitter. The link is in the description down below. Head over to the pinned post and comment there, and we'll get you started as soon as possible. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace. So guys, here are the crypto packages. If you think you have what it takes to stay disciplined and consistent over the next 3 to 6 months, then I'm more than happy to help you 10x your learning curve. So you can already be a complete beginner, or you can be advanced. It doesn't matter. I'm here to turn you into a self-sufficient trader that doesn't need anyone else's guidance by the end of it. I even had to pay over £10,000 to get all this information. That includes scams, scam signals where I lost 3k, scam master account management where I lost 5k, scam pyramid scheme companies for bad courses. Then I found my mentor and I had to pay over $2,000 for just a 2-hour mentorship lesson. What you guys are getting for £650 is access to the chat until the top of the market. So if the top of the market is a year away, do 1 year times 40. So you're definitely getting your money's worth. You also get the course included in the mentorship, and I will actually not just do a 2-hour lesson with you. I will stay here for a month period to make sure that you become a self-sufficient trader by the end of it. So if you're interested in this, head over to my Twitter, Louis_crypto, to the pinned post and message me there. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.